Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Here we are in the blink of an eye, starting off another week, and this one happens to be the very last week in the month of April. We'll be ushering in May in just a few days. And along with that, we're going to usher in the 70s. They're making a return. I hold in my hand a forecast that by the time the weekend rolls around, has the 70s coming back. And we might even see the upper 70s for some of next week. Although this week, for the work week, we've got some more cool air. We've got some showers. We've got some patchy frost in the forecast tonight and in the morning. But there indeed is some light at the end of the tunnel. And it comes on this weekend. Derby Day, McGoffin County Rescue Squad Media Auction Day and event, and a whole lot of things happening under what should be some really, really, really nice conditions weather-wise. Headlines on tonight's program. A story about the second event. They're going to attempt to have two a year. I have no doubts that they're going to succeed based on the success of the first and now the building of the second. But a community health fair that will take place in the southern part of McGoffin County, but indeed is for everyone. And they've got a lot of things that should attract a lot of people. We'll also talk about some weather over the course of the weekend with some viewer picks to show. And we'll also talk about a few other headlines that will work their way into tonight's program. There was a school bus accident on Route 114 in Floyd County earlier today. There were a couple of dozen or near to students on the bus. At the time of the accident, we know that it was struck in the rear by a minivan traveling the same direction this morning. No other specifics except to say that I know that two children were, as a precaution, taken to an area hospital for just mild observation or observation of what was considered to be minor injuries at most. We're very glad to report this evening. Also this weekend, and I'll talk to you more about that tomorrow when I have a little more time, it's also a big weekend for our veterans and our DAV here in McGoffin County for a meeting they're having and all the company that's coming associated with that. I'll save that for tomorrow's program. With that, we'll go ahead and get on to tonight's first top story, with the exception of saying this. I was actually on the road throughout much of the day. Second child getting out of his second set of braces, hopefully sometime soon at the orthodontist office, and Andrew also has a ball game tonight, which I'm running out the door to. But I did, just before I sat down, make a call to confirm with the Kentucky Court of Appeals that there was nothing new to report on the appeals case for McGoffin County on today. So we'll of course follow that on a daily basis as I have been for the past several days, but nothing new to report as of today. With that said, just recently, he announced a part of his plan, and that was to cap tuition costs for Kentucky college students. And just earlier today, Republican for Kentucky Governor James Comer has proposed an earned income tax credit. In one of the first steps for his 5-point plan for Kentucky, Republican candidate James Comer said that we have a post-secondary education program that's failing to meet the needs of our students, our employers, and our country. And in doing so, he says that he was offering up an education plan to cover all areas of education, but when it came to higher education and the massive tuition costs over the last 20 years, which he has and everyone else has seen the increase as the legislature has cut funding, and then, of course, colleges and universities have had to put more of the costs and burden on the students and families of those students. He says that his college tuition plan would allow students to pay their college tuition and fees as they go through school. When they get out and they graduate after 4 years and then they stay in Kentucky, they could claim tax credits that would basically reimburse them for every dime they had spent, with the exception of $20,000, costing those students only literally $20,000, he said, for their college education. That was if they attended the University of Kentucky or the University of Louisville. He also said it would apply to $15,000 if they go to one of the regional schools. Today, however, it is an earned income tax credit, which he has placed as another centerpiece of his plan, proposing an earned income tax credit to reduce the burden, he says, on Kentucky families, proposing a 10% earned income tax that would apply to families who have a combined household income of less than $100,000, allowing them to keep more of their take-home pay. He says it would cost the state somewhere around $86 million a year, but he already has plans in place to pay for it, doing so by eliminating special interest tax credits. And he's also touting a proposed tax credit for small businesses, that being first-time small businesses opened up in the state of Kentucky as well. And when I come back, what is the incredible colon and what's it going to be doing in McGoffin County this week? Well, I'll tell you. Stay tuned. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. I have two ladies with us tonight. One you'll certainly recognize, Bertie K. Sager with the South McGoffin Community Activist. The other being Claudia Hartley. She is the Coalition Coordinator for the Big Sandy Diabetes Coalition. And I think I got that right. She and Bertie K. are telling us tonight about a health fair this week, this Thursday, at South McGoffin Elementary. They had a really wonderful success of their first event about 6 months ago or so, and they have since built on that greatly. And they want to make sure that they include everyone in tonight's invitation.
It was an outstanding success. We were really pleased with the number of people that came out to the Health Day last fall, we plan to, as near as possible, make this at least a semi-annual event. And we were so blessed that Big Sandy Healthcare was able to give the expertise of Claudia Hartley to arrange all of this last fall and again this spring. And she has taken the results from the Health Day last fall and expanded it so that there will be added services and some really neat attractions for the Health Day this Thursday. The motto is to plant the seeds of good health, and that's exactly what we want to do, thanks to all of the providers who are going to be there.
We are expecting 17 organizations to be there from across the state, and there's going to be a whole range, extravaganza of free health services, everything from...
Free health services for everybody.
Yes, so everything from diabetes screenings, cancer screenings, cholesterol tests, blood pressure, you can get your vision screened, really the whole range of health services. And in addition to just the traditional sort of physical health services, there'll also be gardening resources there if you want to get your garden going. There'll be behavioral health resources. We'll have kids activities so you can bring your whole family down and they can do some garden planting
and
activities.
Live physicians.
And that's the big, yes, there's actually a doctor and a dentist there. So if you have a concern about your health, you want to sit down with somebody and actually discuss, okay, where am I at with this? A doctor will be there ready to sit down with you. A dentist will be there to check out your teeth, let you know how you're doing. It's just a really great opportunity to get some of those health services that maybe you've been putting off for a while because, in South McGoffin, it can take a while to get to a clinic,
That's right.
And one thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty unique, we have the Kentucky Cancer Program coming, and they are bringing their incredible colon exhibit, which, if you haven't seen this, it is a 20-foot long, 10-foot tall, blow-up giant colon that people can actually walk through, and it's a way to help you learn about what a healthy colon looks like and how important preventing colon cancer is. So it's a little unique, it's a little different, but we hope folks will come check it out. It should be real fun. And what's neat is that folks will actually be able, they can go tour the giant colon, and then they can get one of those take-home colon cancer screening kits, take that with them, and if it comes back with an abnormal result, we have a program where they can get a free colonoscopy. So, it doesn't get much easier than that.
And that's wonderful because, getting those colonoscopies before any symptoms appear is almost, the chances of that are next to nothing. So you can know about this before, you'll know about the need for the colon cancer test before you are symptomatic. And that is so important because that is one of the main ways to prevent cancer being a fatal disease.
Absolutely. And one piece of data that I looked up and I thought was interesting about McGoffin County is the county has twice the level of preventable hospital stays compared to the state overall, which to me says that people are getting to the doctor, but by the time they get there, it's already something serious where they have to be admitted. And if you take advantage of events like this and some free services, you can prevent having to have those more serious issues with your health. So we really hope folks will come out and support the event. We did diabetes screenings at that first event, and what we saw in the results people got is that 55% of people who we tested either had diabetes or pre-diabetes, which is a really high percentage. In Kentucky, it's estimated that 1 in 7 people have diabetes. And within that small pocket in South Magoffin, that was over 1 in 2. So we know that this is a big issue for that community, and we're going to be doing diabetes screenings and diabetes education at this event as well. And we hope folks will come and get their A1C checked and sort of see where they're at. If they know they've got a family history of it or they've got some risk factors, it's a really good idea to it's a real simple, quick test, and you'll know where you stand with diabetes, and you can.
And I've been asked to make sure to stress that this is not just a special free event for those who live in the South Magoffin area. This is for anyone within an earshot of this broadcast or someone you know. Invite them, bring them along with you. They're hoping to make this a full-blown community event while located in South Magoffin for Magoffin, South Magoffin, all surrounding communities. They are going to have door prizes, and so much, in fact, they'll be giving some really nice prizes, gift cards, items from the seasonal shop in Sagersville, and much more away at least every half hour. And services, like they've already mentioned, free colon cancer screening kits that can also lead to free colonoscopies if you need one, free A1C tests, all sorts of screenings, all sorts of resources, and all sorts of information, all free this Thursday. It's the South Magoffin Health Day this Thursday, 2 to 6 at the South Magoffin Volunteer Fire Department for everyone. With all these free services and more that we've mentioned, all the information and exhibits like the incredible colon, the food, the door prizes, and transportation. That's right, transportation can also be provided, and all you have to do is call 791-3433. I need to make mention of the fact that the ladies informed me that they questioned everyone last time as to how they knew about the event, and the predominant response was your news today. I wish to thank them for sharing that with me. I wish to thank you for watching and being a part of the show every night, as well as those individuals who shared that information with them. It was certainly nice to hear. And the list of offerings goes on and on with veterans and senior citizens resources. Also, there will be representatives there who can get you signed up or answer your questions about the Affordable Care Act. And a whole lot to do, as I said, for the kids, including they get to plant their own vegetables, they get to decorate their own flower pot. In doing so, something indeed for everyone, a lot of cool prizes. And remember, if you need a ride, call Bertie Kay, and she will see that you get one. Tonight's community calendar, well, I'll be reading some of it because I'm out of here in an expedited fashion to get to the ball field, but we do have a few that we need to show before that, and that includes a couple of special announcements and birthdays. And because so many of you are watching, like I just mentioned a few moments ago, we have a very high success rate in seeing that lost pets or found pets are reunited with their lost owners. And this is one of those situations where we hope you can help. This is a missing female border collie, answers to Michonne, I think is how you pronounce it, missing from the Elk Creek Road area here in Sagersville. If you've seen the animal, know where she might be, please call Sabrina at 349-1745 and 349-7397. And you can always call me if you see the dog when you don't have that number, and obviously you're not looking at the dog probably right now while you're catching the news, but it's 349-1745 is the owner's number, and you can of course always call me and we'll relay information to us should you see the animal at another time. Michonne, female border collie, missing from Elk Creek Road here in Sagersville. And a birthday wish for Julio. Julio, your birthday wish came in Friday, and I didn't get it in on time. Well, I didn't get it on in time. Happy birthday to Charles Combs. Julio, with a lot of love from Kathy, Herman, Big John, Job, Haley, Misty, Larry, a host of family and friends. I think I got them all. Happy birthday to you. Other reminders on the calendar include the Tip Top United Baptist Church has revival going on nightly at this time at 7 p.m. A little later on in the week, and actually for your weekend, the Kearney Free Will Baptist Church Ladies Auxiliary is having a yard sale this Friday and Saturday in front of Town & Country Clothing, Town & Country Flowers here in Sagersville. They'll have clothing, books, and a lot of other items, and also they're picking and grinning this Saturday the 2nd. The Disabled Americans Veterans of District 7, that's Magoffin, Perry, Johnson, Floyd, Pike, Morgan, Bath, Grayson, and Knott counties, are having their meeting, the district meeting. I referred to it lightly at the start of the program here in Magoffin County at the Community Center this Saturday at 11. And I'll be telling you more about that because there indeed is a lot to tell you. A soup bean dinner this Friday hosted by the Magoffin County Extension Homemakers, and that's going to be $5. All funds go to support their Homemakers Scholarship. You can call 349-3216. I'll remind you about that. And a few others a little farther down the road that we'll save until a later time, probably on tomorrow night's program. That does it for our calendar. Once again, as always, brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau, your local agent Doug Green here in Magoffin County. I'll be right back.
To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
We're always asking for viewers' pics and videos, and we got some from over the course of the weekend. While they don't live in the viewing area, they do catch the show on yournewstoday.com, and as a result, sent us the following video of a whole lot of hail that fell in Berea over the course of the weekend. In other parts of Kentucky, we've confirmed that with the storm systems that rolled through, that kind of spared a lot of the viewing area from the severity. At least 2 tornadoes have been confirmed to have touched down over the course of the weekend. The National Weather Service confirms that one touched down in Edmonson County, another in Adair County. The first was an EF2, that's 111 to 15 mile per hour winds. The one in Adair County was an EF1. There were some outbuildings, some barns, some other structures damaged and or destroyed, but no one was injured in either tornado from what I understand.
Some of those same storms dumped hail the size of tennis balls and eggs over parts of Kentucky over the weekend. While on top of the mountain that they live on in Berea, the Conleys, Doug Conley and Kelly Holbrook Conley, and their daughter Shelby saw hail this size, and a lot of it.
Yeah, went from summer to winter real quick. Look at that pile. That's unbelievable. Ooh! Put the gutter down. I can't believe this pile of hail. Look at this. It just came down in a...
You know, I know we've seen a lot of hail here in the viewing area as of late. We've seen some big sizes. I don't know that we've seen that quantity. I've never personally been in a hailstorm of that nature. But young Shelby can say that she has. And I can also say that it's probably one that she won't forget. And remember, if you've got family or friends who live out of the viewing area, remind them they can catch Your News Today on yournewstoday.com the following day after air. Tonight's forecast puts us back into the patchy frost category, mainly after 2 a.m., otherwise partly cloudy skies. Becoming a little less partly cloudy because we've seen some nice clearing this evening. Northwest winds 5 to 7, finally becoming calm tonight after a daytime high right at 68 degrees when we started off at 40 earlier today. That patchy frost, as you can well imagine, will linger through about 9 a.m. on your Tuesday. We will see mostly sunny skies. We will see the 60s firmly throughout much of your forecast, much of the work week especially, with an improving low tomorrow night of 44 degrees. Mostly sunny tomorrow. We'll see the sun burn off that patchy frost, and partly cloudy skies late on your Tuesday as well. We'll stay dry start to finish on your Tuesday. Wednesday, not so much. Clouds increase, as does a chance of showers. No thunderstorms, no severe weather I see with this, just some showers. 40% early, 50% late, a low of 47 after a daytime high of 64 midweek. That chance of showers, though, does not just come and go. Wednesday, it sticks around into your Thursday, a 50% chance of showers Thursday. Still mostly cloudy and still temperatures into the low 60s. Nighttime lows into the mid and upper 40s with still a threat of some showers, about 30%, mainly up until about 1 o'clock Thursday night, Friday morning. And then we should clear up and start what should be a nice weekend for a whole lot of things going on for this Derby weekend. 65, mostly sunny on your Friday. Still can't shake the low 40s. Mostly sunny, mostly clear late Friday for Oaks Day. Man, would I love to be there. It's going to be a gorgeous day for it. A bit on the cool side. Nice jacket day. Mostly clear skies. I'm dreaming. I know. I need to move on. Saturday, we might get close to 70 degrees for Derby Day. It's going to be clear, calm. It's going to be gorgeous. A low of 49, partly cloudy late. And then, of course, that's the Rescue Squad auction wrapping up on Saturday and a whole lot of other big things going on. It's a busy weekend. For the last half of your weekend, we do break the 70-degree threshold. If we don't do it Saturday, I'm confident we'll do it on Sunday with 72, 52 for your high and low. A nice night. Partly sunny skies during the day will be accompanied by a 20% chance of showers. Very slight chance of showers, and I'm putting that in there as a technicality in your forecast. I'm holding out hopes that we're not going to see any on Sunday, and I'm also holding out hopes that we'll see 75 and sunny on your Monday, and then maybe even the 80s by the next few days of next week. We'll talk more about that next time. For now, thank you all for watching Your News Today. Remember, this is how you get announcements on the program or contact us for any news that you may have. For now, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful Monday night.